I kicked my sister out for trying to play spin the bottle at my husband's funeral. My husband Nathan died 3 weeks ago in a motorcycle accident. I was barely holding it together at the reception when my sister, who'd been acting weird all day, gathered a group of Nathan's friends near the dessert table. I heard her laugh and say, "Come on, everyone's so tense. Grief makes people emotionally vulnerable and more open to connection. Let's play something fun." I walked over, my legs feeling like they might give out, and found her holding an empty wine bottle. She was actually suggesting spin the bottle at my husband's funeral. Nathan's best friend Alex stood there frozen, looking like he wanted to disappear. Other people were exchanging uncomfortable glances, nobody knowing what to do. I could see Nathan's mom across the room, her face still swollen from crying. His dad had his arm around her, and here was my sister, treating this like a college party. I grabbed her arm harder than I meant to and pulled her into the hallway. My heart was pounding so hard I thought I might pass out. "What is wrong with you?" My voice cracked. I'd been crying for 3 weeks straight, barely eating, barely sleeping, and now I was shaking with a different emotion entirely. Rage. Pure, white-hot rage. She pulled her arm away and had the audacity to smile at me, like she'd done something helpful. "I'm helping you move on. Alex is single, successful, and you two would be perfect together. Nathan would want you to be happy." I felt like I'd been slapped. The air left my lungs. Nathan's been dead for 21 days. I still smell him on his pillow every night. I can't sleep in our bed because it feels too empty. I wear his sweatshirt because it's the only thing that makes me feel like he's still here. "And you're trying to set me up at his funeral?" She rolled her eyes, actually rolled her eyes at me. "That's exactly why I'm doing this. You're drowning in grief, and someone needs to pull you out of it. Alex is kind, he loved Nathan, and he'd treat you right. I've seen the way he looks at you when he thinks nobody's watching. This is the perfect time because everyone's already emotional and vulnerable. Connections happen at times like this." I stared at her, really looked at her for the first time that day, and noticed she was wearing makeup, full makeup, at a funeral. Her hair was curled, not just brushed, but actually styled with a curling iron. She'd worn her best black dress, the one that hugged her figure. My stomach twisted into knots. "How long have you been planning this?" She hesitated, and I saw something flicker across her face. Guilt, maybe, or calculation. "Look, I know this seems sudden, but opportunities don't wait. Alex is amazing, and honestly, if you're not interested in him, I'm not letting someone like him slip away. He's exactly the kind of man I've been looking for. Stable, caring, financially secure." The hallway tilted. My vision blurred at the edges. "What did you just say?" "I'm just being practical," she said, and then she actually checked her phone. At my husband's funeral, in the middle of this conversation, she checked her phone. "I've gotten to know him over the past few weeks. We've been talking, and there's a real connection there. I wanted to see if you'd go for him first because you're my sister, and I wanted to give you the option. But if you're going to waste time wallowing in sadness..." "Weeks?" I couldn't breathe. The walls were closing in. "Nathan died 3 weeks ago. When exactly did you start talking to Alex?" She shifted uncomfortably, breaking eye contact. "That's not the point. The point is you need to move forward with your life. And if you won't, Alex deserves someone who can appreciate him and be there for him." My blood went cold. Everything clicked into place. The texts she'd been sending during the funeral, the way she'd been hovering near Alex all day. "You want Alex for yourself," she shrugged. "I mean, if you're not interested, why waste the chance? I've already been texting him. I told her to get out and never contact me again." Alex came over afterward, showed me her messages from the past month, and said, "I'm so sorry. She'd been planning this before Nathan even died."